Hey guys, it's Olympus the Loomer here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been such a long time since I last filmed a video and last posted here on YouTube, and I sincerely apologize for that. I've just been very busy with college. I'm now going to be a third year in nursing school. I started my clinical duties already. It's been fun and at the same time challenging, but for most of the time it's worthwhile. I really hope you guys understand. Life's been, different now that I'm in college. It's been more busy, but right now is actually my summer break. I still have quite a lot of time left for myself for vacation, and so I finally took up all the courage and faced the camera again and filmed a video. And as you can probably tell by the title, in today's video I'm going to teach you guys how to make Loomigurumi, Lightfury, and Toothless. Unfortunately, I don't have Toothless with me right now because I gave it to a good friend of mine. But in today's video, I will be showing you guys how to make Toothless because he has an extra horn on top of his head in this section. But for the most parts, making them both is pretty much the same except for that additional horn in the middle. If you're going to only make Lightfury, I'll tell you when to stop. And if you're going to make Toothless, then you're going to have to watch the whole video. Anyway, without further ado and without much talking, let's get started. Starting off with the materials that we are going to need to make Loomigurumi, Lightfury, and Toothless. So the first thing that we are going to need is, of course, your rainbow loom hook. Any type of hook that you can use, honestly. You can also use crochet hooks, anything that you'd like. And we are also going to need our rubber bands. Of course, if you're going to make Lightfury, then you are going to need white band for the body or the head in general, and you're also going to need blue or turquoise for the eye accent here. If you're going to make Toothless, then instead of white you are going to use black, and instead of blue for the eyes you are going to need green. We are also going to need something for the eyes. In this video, and as well as the actual Loomigurumi, Lightfury, and Toothless that I made, I used two 8mm safety eyes. We can't forget their backings. You can also use beads or bands, but in today's tutorial I'm going to use the safety eyes. And before I forget, band count will be in the description box below. Other than that, we're also going to need a C-clip or stitch marker, and we're also going to need a little bit of stuffing so that our Loomigurumi, Toothless, and Lightfury will be able to hold its shape. And you don't really need to, this isn't really like a requirement, but if you do, if you have a spare hook, that's also going to help for when carrying the parts while we wait to attach them, like this. So I have this Loomy, I don't know what this hook is called, but yeah, I have this extra hook that carries the parts of our Loomigurumi creation for when we are yet to attach them. Anyway, these are all the materials that we are gonna need, and now let's start with the actual Loomigurumi tutorial. So the first thing that we are going to make are these big horns. I'm just going to refer to these as the big horn and this little guy as the tiny horn. So let's make the big horn first, and we are going to need two of them. I'm only going to show you guys how to do it once, so you're gonna have to pause the video, rewind, and make yourself another one. So the first thing is a magic ring of 6 stitches, and I hope you guys already know how to make that. but you're just gonna grab your hook and your band, wrap it twice, so that's 1 and 2. Then you're gonna grab one band, you're going to slide this triple looped cap band onto that band, like so. Then you're going to attach the other side to the hook, like so, and you're going to put the right loop over to the left one. That's 1 stitch. Now we go back on to our 3 loops, our cap bands. Make sure it's 3 loops and make sure you're getting the right loops. And we're gonna grab 1 band, slide only the triple loop cap band over that band, reclaim the other end, and now we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to put these 2 right loops over the one on the left, like that. And we're going to do that until we have 6. So that's our second loop. This is our third. And this is our fourth. Fifth. And 6th. So now let's just count our stitches to make sure that we have 6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the one on your hook is stitch number 6. So we're gonna get our stitch marker or C-clip and attach it to the band on your hook. Now the next 2 steps are pretty repetitive. We're just going to do 2 single rows around our magic ring. Our magic ring of 6 stitches. So I have 2 bands here to mark the rows that I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to do both rows with you since it doesn't really take that much time. But first, let's go to our first stitch like so. I missed you guys so much. It's been so long since I last posted a video. Anyway, that's my first stitch. We're just really going to go around our 6 stitches, so that's pretty easy. But yeah, again, I missed you guys a lot. I really apologize for being so inactive recently. I just got a new phone, which is good news. So that means I can fully be back on posting tutorials. My old phone, the back camera was broken. That's why I wasn't able to film any tutorials. But now I got a new phone, and that's all thanks to you guys. The money that I earned from YouTube, I saved it up and I bought a new phone, which I'm using to film this tutorial. Anyway, I'm into the last stitch. What we're going to do is just remove the C-clip and attach it to the new stitch on your hook. So that's 1 row already. Now we are going to do the last row, which is our second row of normal stitches around. But yeah, I thank you guys so much, and I do hope that you enjoy this tutorial, and I hope it can be as comprehensive as it can be. You know, it's been a long time since I last filmed a tutorial, so I don't know if this is going to be bad or any good. Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, with all honesty, you guys, I miss you so much. Anyway, now I'm going to be on to my last stitch. So like normal, I'm just going to attach it right there. And with our last band, we want to pull it through everything that's on our hook and reclaim the other end. Now we can just remove our C-clip. And with our extra helping hook, we can just transfer this there. And we are going to set this aside for now so that it's ready for attaching later when we attach the things. So now pause the video, rewind, and come back to me when you're done. And the next thing that we're going to do are the tiny horns. To make the tiny horns, it's fairly simple. It's just going to be a magic ring of 3 stitches, and we are going to do 1 row around. So I already showed you guys how to make a magic ring, so I'm going to go a bit quicker this time. And yeah, how are you guys? How have you guys been? It's also going to be the 4th of July in the US. I know many of my viewers, my subscribers, my followers are from the US. So let me know what your plans are for the 4th of July. I'm sorry for that cut. Anyway, I'm now on to my 3rd stitch of the magic ring. Sorry for the cut. Someone came in, so I had to pause the video. Anyway, once you have 3 stitches on your magic ring, you can just grab your C-clip and attach it to the band that's on your hook. Now we're just going to do 1 row normal, so that's 1 stitch per, 1 stitch per stitch. So let's go to our 1st stitch, and this is going to be a bit challenging since we only have 3 stitches, but make sure you're going through the right loops. That's 1. This one's the 2nd one. And our last stitch will be the one wherein the C-clip is attached. So we can put our hook there. We can just remove our C-clip from this point, at this point, and we're just going to grab 1 band and slide all the loops there, like so. And we can grab our helping hook and slide that there. So you're going to make 4 of those, so pause the video, make 3 more, and come back to me when you're done, and we are going to start with the head. So for the head, we are going to start off with a magic ring of 6 stitches. So very easy. I've already showed you guys how to make a magic ring, and if you still have trouble making your magic ring, I have a video posted on my YouTube channel making a magic ring on the Loom, so maybe you want to check that out. But there's also a lot of tutorials online as well, so you can check them out as well. But yeah, we're just going to do 6 stitches in our magic ring at this moment. That's 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, and 6. So let's count. If we have 6 stitches, that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We can now get our C-clip or stitch marker and put it onto the band that's on our hook. The next thing that we are going to do is an increase around. If you do not know what an increase is, it is putting 2 stitches in 1 stitch. So what I mean by that is, so first we're going to go to our 1st stitch, which is this one. We're gonna do 1 stitch normal, nothing special, and instead of going to the next stitch here, we're going to go back to the same stitch and do our increase. So that's basically how you do an increase. It's 2 stitches in 1 stitch. That's what we're going to do all around. So just increasing around. So yeah, how have you guys been? How's summer break for you all? Hope you're having a great time. I don't know if this video is going to reach a lot of audience. I'm aware that I've been gone for so long, but I hope that, you know, me posting again would bring you guys a little bit of joy at least. I'm still alive and I'm not quitting looming. I've just been I've just been very busy with college, that's all. But yeah, I'm never quitting looming, at least, you know. So now I'm on to my last stitch, and I'm just going to do 1 increase like normal. Oops, sorry. Keep going out of frame, I apologize. Oops. Yeah, once you're done with your increase, you can just remove your C-clip and put it to the new band that's on your hook. So now we should have 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So now what we're going to do next is a stitch and an increase all around. So stitch, increase, stitch, increase, stitch, increase all the way around. And after this row, we are going to have 18 stitches. So this is our first stitch. So we are just going to do 1. And onto the next stitch, we are going to do an increase. So that's 2 stitches in the same stitch. That's 1, go back into the same stitch for our increase. That's basically what we're going to do until we reach our band with the C-clip on. So the next stitch is a single stitch, followed by an increase, stitch, increase, stitch, increase, stitch, increase, and stitch. And our last band with a C-clip on is going to be an increase. I'm sorry if I keep getting out of frame. But yeah, once you're done with your increase, you can just take your C-clip off and put it to the new band that's on your hook. So now we should have 18 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So the next 2 rows that we are going to do is a very repetitive row. So I have 2 marker bands here, so that means we are going to do 2 rows of single stitches. So that's going to be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 stitch across every loop on our magic. But yeah, we're just going to do 2 single rows of stitches around. I think I'm going to do both rows with you since this is a fairly small amount of stitches. But yeah, after each rows, we are going to end up still with 18 stitches. So that's 1. We're just going to do single row around. It's very simple. And yeah, as you guys can observe, the background is different. It's not my usual white background, and that's because I'm not in my home in the province. I'm actually in the city. So I'm filming this at the place that we stay at. So I'm originally from the province, but for college, I study here in the city. But it's just like an hour, 2 hours travel from here to our house in the province. And yeah, this is the table that we have here. But yeah, in the province, I don't even film in a table. I film in my bed, and I just grab a bond paper that's white, and that serves as my background. I'm so sorry guys for this. I don't know where I got that from. I hope that's not bothering you. But anyway, I'm just doing my normal row around like usual. Yeah. I hope you guys are having a great time. Let me know in the comments below how I am in the tutorial. Be honest. So I can improve for you guys. And also let me know in the comments below what tutorial you want me to film next, because I have a quite of a fair vacation days before classes starts again. So yeah, let me know in the comments below what tutorial you want me to film next. So that's 1 row done. So let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I still have 18 stitches. I hope you do too. Now I'm just going to do my last row of single around, just like what we did earlier. It's very easy. It's 1, 2. So yeah, if you don't know, I know I mentioned it earlier, I'm taking up nursing. I'm going to be in my 3rd year of nursing school in the coming semester, and I just got enrolled as well last July 1. So yeah, it's definitely not an easy program. I doubt there's an easy program out there. I feel like every program in uni has its own difficulties, like complexities. So yeah, I don't think there's an easy program out there. So yeah, I respect everyone. Every program has its difficulties. And yeah, there's also struggles in nursing school. It's very technical here. It's not only knowledge-based, it's also practical-based, practice-based, evidence-based. But yeah, what I like about our duty is the opportunity and the chance to be there for your patients. So it's not tiring for me. What's tiring for me is the paperwork, but it's a fulfilling thing to do. It's a fulfilling job when you're working with your patients. Yeah, giving them comfort and care. But yeah, I'm done with my 2nd row single round, so I'm just going to take my C-clip off and put it to the new band that's on my hook. Now I'm just going to count my stitches to ensure that I have 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. So now that we are done with our 2 rows of normal around, we're going to start decreasing now. So the first thing that we're going to do is stitch and a decrease. So from now on, we are going to start decreasing. And after this row, we are gonna have 12 stitches. So let's do our normal stitch first. And our decrease, we're going to stitch 2 stitches together. So this is how I'm going to show it to you guys. So we're going to grab the front loop of this first stitch, like so, and the back loop of the 2nd stitch that we are going to do a decrease on. And we are going to grab a band and stitch it like normal. So that is how you do a decrease. Next stitch here is going to be a basic single, followed by a decrease. So again, front loop of the first stitch and the back loop of the 2nd stitch that we are going to do a decrease on. And we're just gonna grab a band and stitch like normal. So that's what we're going to do until we reach the band with a C-clip on, stitch, decrease all around. So I'm back with my stitch, now my decrease. Yeah, that's all you need to do. Very easy. And again, if you are having a hard time catching up, you can also, you can adjust the speed of this video to your liking, to your pace, so you wouldn't fall behind, and so that you will be able to catch up as normal. But yeah, stitch, and I'm going to end with a decrease. So front loop of the first stitch and back loop of the stitch that has a C-clip on, and decrease. So we can take our C-clip off and put it to the band that's on our hook. So now we are going to add the eyes, because after this we are just going to decrease around, so there's not going to be enough space. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to put this loop on our hook onto the body of the hook like that, so it's secured, and we are going to find a placement for the eyes. I like to put it in this section here, our first row of single stitches around. you will know. But yeah, you can put it wherever you like. I'll put mine in here, and I'm going to count 4 stitches. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's where I'm going to put the other eye, like so. If you're happy with your eye placement like I am, then we can just put the backings on our safety eyes. I'm happy with mine, so I'm putting my backings now. But yeah, you have all the freedom, guys, to put wherever you want to put your eyes. That's just where I want to put them, like so. My C-cup fell, don't worry, we can just put that back in, like so. I think that's a cute looking placement for the eyes. So now we can add these eye colors. So if you're making Lightfury, you're going to use your blue bands here. But since I'm making Toothless, I'm going to use my green bands. So it's very easy. You're just going to go through a loop near the eyes where we attached our safety eyes. Find a loop, grab a band, and we're just going to slip knot it, like so. But not a tight slip knot. And then afterwards, we're going to put that inside. Just like that. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Find a stitch under the eyes. And then we're gonna grab our eye color band and make a slip knot, but not too tight. And put it in. We're gonna hide it inside. Like that. I think that's adorable. But yeah. Now we are going to stuff this little guy. So grab your stuffing. Just going to put this back on, the loop back onto the body of my hook. Just gonna grab some stuffing. Sorry for the noise. Yeah, you're not gonna need too much stuffing, you guys. But we don't want to understuff as well. We just need the right amount. I'm just stuffing this little guy. I'm sorry, I keep getting out of frame. I'm just gonna take off. Okay, so I finished stuffing my Toothless here. So now we're just going to close him up. So we're going to do a decrease all around until we close the body completely. So let's do our decrease around. Make sure you did not overstuff your Toothless or Lightfury. Just the right amount of stuffing. I think this is a pretty easy design. I think the challenging part would be attaching the parts together. But don't worry, you guys, I'm going to guide you through it. I'm so sorry I keep getting out of frame. But yeah, I'm just doing a decrease anyway. I'm actually using like a cell phone holder to film this. I don't have a tripod with me, which is unfortunate. But, you know, I don't have a choice. We gotta work with what we have, right? At this point, I'm just going to take my C-clip off. Yeah, we're just going to decrease until we see no loops. So decrease as you may. So I think this is going to be my last decrease. For our last decrease, I want to grab one band, pull it through everything, and slip knot, like so. And we're going to tuck that inside. Like so. If you have a big hole, you can just adjust the stitches. And that is the head of our Toothless and Lightfury. Now we are going to start attaching the horns. So let's attach the big horns first. This is very easy because for the attaching, we're only going to use slip knots. But I think the tricky part is knowing the right placements to put them into. So as you can see here, there's the head, there's a magic ring, and I attached the first end onto the second row. Second row. So we want to go to the row with an increase on. So this is our magic ring. This is our first row. And this is our second row where we did our increase. You can see because there's 2 stitches in 1 stitch. We want to go to 1 stitch there, like so. Put our hook there. Then we are gonna grab our, oops, sorry about that. We're gonna grab our big horn. And basically we're just gonna do a normal slip knot. Like so. And for the other end, we can just position it like that. The end with no slip knot on, like this end, and try to place it onto the head. And wherever it is leading to, that's where we're going to attach our hook for our next slip knot. So a stitch from the head and a stitch from your big horn. Grab one band and slip knot. Oops, that band just snapped. Let me just remove that quickly. These new rainbow loom bands are not really my fave because they snap easily and the quality is just different from the original the classic rainbow loom bands. They keep changing their formula, but yeah. So that's one long horn. So now we can just hide these slip knots in the head, like so. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, we have our magic ring here. First row, the row with an increase on. We're gonna slide our band into that area. Our hook into that area. Not our band. Then we're gonna grab our big horn piece and slip knot like normal. Slip knot like usual. Like so. And then we're just going to let this big horn guide us to where we attach the other end where we want to slip knot. So I think it's about in this area. I'm just gonna put my hook there. So stitch from the head, stitch from the big horn, and grab a band, then we slip knot. Like so. Then we're just going to hide the slip knots in the body. The head. I keep saying body. This is a head. like so. So now we have the big horns. Now let's attach the tiny horns right there. So we are actually just going to use one slip knot for this, which is the original band, and where we attach it is the same stitch to where we attached the other side of our horn, the one close to us. So if this is facing us, this would be the side that's away from us, and this would be the side that's close to us. So we want to go to the same stitch where we slip knotted this big horn. I'm gonna go there, grab one tiny horn. Sorry about that. But yeah, we want to slip knot like normal. There was another visitor. So yeah, we're just going to slip knot like so. And it's going to look wonky. Don't worry, we're going to fix that. But first, let's just put this slip knot inside the head. Like so. And like I said, it's going to look wonky, don't worry. We are going to slip knot this to the tiny horn to this big horn. So let's go to the back side, grab a loop from the big horn and a loop from the tiny horn, and we're going to slip knot them together like so. And we are going to hide the slip knot inside the head like so. And there we go. That's one horn done. One side done. Now let's do the other side. Again, if this is facing us, this would be the side that's away from us, and this would be the side that's close to us. Want to go to the side that's close to us and go to the same stitch. And it's about right here. I want to grab one tiny horn, and we're gonna slip knot like normal. And expect it to be wonky. We're going to fix that, but first let's put this slip knot inside the head. Like so. And again, we're going to attach this tiny horn to the big horn. So grab a stitch from your tiny horn, just a loop, not really a stitch, and a loop from your big horn. And we're just going to slip knot them together. Like so. And after that, we're just going to hide this slip knot band into the head. And we are done with the horn. So if you're making Lightfury, and this is about the time that you end the video. So that's Lightfury there. But if you're making Toothless, then let's attach our last horns. I apologize again for that. Another visitor. It's just my little cousin. But yeah, if you're making Lightfury, this is about the time that you end the video. So I hope you like it. Hope you like your Lightfury. But now let's continue with our Toothless. So now, as you can see, we have our magic ring here. And as you can see, there's also 2 loops on each side. 2 holes. We want to put our hook first on the right and go in like so. So I hope you can, you understand what I mean. So there's your magic ring. We want to go to the side, the section that divides the magic ring into 3. So that's 3 above and 3 below. to that portion right there. We want to go put our hook there. Grab one tiny horn and slip knot. Like so. And we want to do the same thing to the other side. Go to the magic ring here and slip knot. Like so. And it's going to look wonky. Don't worry, we're gonna fix that. First, let's just put these slip knots inside the head. Like so. And like these two, we're going to slip knot these together at the back. So grab one loop from your right horn of the middle horn and one loop from the other. And we're going to do a simple slip knot. Like so. And we're just going to hide this inside the head. Or hide the slip knot inside the head. And we are done. So that's Toothless over there. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial. Yeah, that is how you make Toothless and Lightfury Loomigurumi designed by me. I missed you guys so much. I mean that so much. I missed connecting with you all. I hope you had fun and I hope you're able to catch up with the tutorial. I know it's been a long time since I last did one of these. Let me know in the comments below how I did, and let me know also what tutorial you want me to film next. I still have ample time with me, so I can you know, I can promise at least. I don't like to do promises, but I can at least like do you guys a favor of posting tutorials more. But yeah, this is your Loomigurumi, Lightfury, and Toothless. I hope again you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I hope that you guys were able to follow along. If you want to post your creations online, don't forget to tag me at Olympus_da_loomer, both on Facebook and on Instagram and on TikTok as well. I'm excited to see your guys' renditions of this design, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. Bye!